Our second presentation was reserved for LANACO company. More details we will hear from a well-proven extrovert with a clean motto that says, "Everything is possible. It depends on how much energy you put into it." He led the biggest vendor IT conference in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Mr. Siniša Andrić, the floor is yours. Welcome.
Hi, Vanya. Thank you for this kind introduction of me. And I want to thank the organizers that invited LANACO company to this great event, Youth Summit. We are first time presenting on this summit, and I hope we will see in October on your core event in Zagreb. Now I will share you our presentation, and I hope it will be interesting for your spectators. Okay, so my name is Siniša Andrić, and I come from LANACO company. For those of you who are not introduced to LANACO already, I will just in the next few minutes try to say a few more things about who we are, what we do, where we are, and on which way you can benefit from us. LANACO company has 350 employees divided in 10 departments. 250 are with the college diploma, and most of us collect over 1,000 vendor certificates. With offices in Banja Luka, Sarajevo, Belgrade, and Novi Sad, we find ourselves and most of the IT community in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and as the biggest privately owned IT company and the system integrator in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Fun fact about LANACO company is that we were our first commercial internet service provider in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and that happened in 1997. Due to our big expertise, we have now over 1,500 references. Fun fact and interesting facts about LANACO company is that 80% of the revenue comes from our own products and services. So we are definitely product-oriented company, which invests over 1 million euros every year in education and training of our employees. We are also very proud on our volunteer projects, different humanitarian and support projects, up to the whole thing about Corona and pandemic. We had a very special activity academy where during 9 months of the year, we educated all the entrepreneurs that are interested to find themselves in the IT and get some new knowledges. So LANACO creates end-to-end solutions. We have a very strong background in software development, software integration, and service. The headquarters of LANACO company are in Banja Luka in LANACO Technology Center. And the very heart of our technology center is LANACO Data Center. Data center is built on tier 4 level, and availability is in 99.5% time of the year, and data is protected by the copy of the day before. We provide support through our service desk 24/7, 365 days per year. And it's very important to say that our data center is supported by the team of 35 engineers certified by leading vendors in this field. We provide service for migration of clients into our data center and a lot of other services, such as infrastructure as a service, backup as a service, disaster recovery as a service, security as a service, and many more. In past 32 years, LANACO had many acknowledgements. I'll just mention some of those. We are especially proud that in 2016, we became a member of a London Stock Exchange Elite program. And in 2019, we signed a strategic partnership with MHP Porsche company, which, as you know, is a part of Volkswagen concern. In 2019, we became a member of Digital Supply Chain Institute in Washington, D.C. And in many years, we were a partner of the year for global vendors like Microsoft, Cisco, SAP, Oracle, etc., etc. So I just mentioned some of those, which we are very proud of. And now back to the main thing that we are going to talk about. Security is a major issue in modern business, but it's not always about cybersecurity, endpoint security, data security, or just physical security. Sometimes it's about what happens in your own house and how you can benefit from that information. Either you're a government institution, large organization, or a big company. In response to that need, LANACO created a web-based solution called eVisitor. So I'll just say a few key characteristics of eVisitor software. Software is intended for use by clients, institutions, or organizations that have a number of external visitors through a day. Software collects basic information about visitors from document MRZ. It's like first name, surname, gender, document number, document type. It's very important to say that no sensitive or biometric data is collected. So it's very into GDPR. How to say GDPR from a European institution. Visit tracking data and collection is usually done in the institution's entrance, and it can be used to quickly and precisely determine a person's identity. It records all relevant data regarding visit, the entrance date, exit date, employee that person visited. Key functionalities of this software is quick and simple visit registration. In most of the time, the visit registration is done automatically using card reader, but for some situations, in case of reader failure, it can be done manually via web form. Collecting data about visit and employee that person or group visited. And it's very important that you know a number of visitors in building at any time. This particular thing is very useful in situations like fire, earthquakes that require urgent evacuation from building. It is possible to register group visit and to check out whole group or a single person from group at a time. It is useful in reducing entrance crowds. For example, when if you have some heat maps that show that on one entrance you have a big crowd, you can easily organize in your own institution to reorganize those entrances on or to more than one entrance. Application can track visits spread over multiple entrances in multiple buildings belonging to one institution, if card readers, of course, is installed on all entrances. This software also tracks the cases where visitor left building without returning visitor cards. It also can track visitors that check in one entrance and checked out on another entrance. As the most of the web-based solutions, our system has three system roles. It's a user role, administrative role, and reporting role. On the right side, you can see very basic and simple login form, and the user role has access to some things like current visit list, notifications, employee list, visit check-in, visit check-out, and report about foreign citizen visit. It's important to say that this last one role is a specific request from our client, and it's not usually part of those systems whatsoever. On this slide, you can see current visits, web-based of our web-based solution. There's a first name, surname, document number that we gave, time of entrance when visitor came in some building, department, where is department, what's the department that the visitor goes, office number and floor, the employee which will host the visitor, some kind of notes, which entrance visitor came in, and the car number that has been given to a visitor. There are various notifications. As you can see, for example, we will show you that the visitor, Andrić, was visiting employee Gojko Jotic in period from 25th March, and he didn't return a signed visitor card, and it's required to contact visitor in order to visitor to be returned. On the right side, you can see time of entrance, on which entrance did he come in, time of exit, and which entrance did he came in, of course, which user identifying at entrance and which user was at the exit, and of course card number. There are some informations about notifications if checkout happens on different entrance. As you can see on the example, visitor Adriana Maric, who was visiting Zlatan Malnar in some time period, checked at entrance A and checked out at entrance C. Returned visitors card on exit different from entrance. It's necessary to return visit card to entrance A. It's especially it's interesting that if you have a lot of entrances, that's different on the check-ins, so that a lot of cards does not collect on other entrance. At this slide, you can see employee list. It's a very simple list of employees. It's initially imported from provided list that we gave the client. Later maintained by users and edited with the administrative role. It contains only basics data about employees, as you can see: first name, surname, work phone, short phone, VPN, department, on which floor it's, and the office. Of course, all of those lists can be customized due to client needs. In this slide, you can see check-in at entrance. It can be done, as we said before, either automatically or manually in case of reader malfunction. You may be interested in this first reader field. And the first reader field is in this way because the RFID reader simulates the physical keyboard, and all other fields are automatically filled in. On the right side, you can see visit informations, and it's enough for the person, for the user, to fill the form of host of that visitor, and all the others, all the other fields will be filled automatically. Of course, on the bottom line, you can find entry note for some specific needs. In this slide, you can find checkout at exit, how it looks, and optional tracking of group check-ins and eventually single person checkouts. Visitor informations are filled automatically, and there's of course RFID number on the checkout and the card label that's been given. And on the right side, you can see visit informations that are filled automatically. It's very important to say that informations on the right side cannot be edited at all because due to security issues of every company and every client. And now, because it's maybe for some of you, this is a simple solution, but not a lot of companies in our neighborhood are in particularly in this matter. We find that it can be very useful. So minimal requirements for this software is workstation, network, server in case on-premise solution, and provide a list of employees for initial load into system. Of course, this software can be run on-premise or in cloud. And this software can have some potential possibilities. It's like usage and planning designs in terms of potential visitors, real-time information about current visitors inside object, and possible integration with visitor card system and for access control. And of course, if you can find some of you will find some other benefits from potential possibilities like reorganizing some buildings or into your business, how you can reorganize and reduce the heat maps on some locations in your building, which can definitely minimize some crowds, and so productivity in some part of your building will be definitely higher. So this was a very simple solution, and but as you heard before, we are the largest IT company in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we do a lot of customized solutions, software as a service solutions. We provide a lot of data infrastructure and data center services, and We are in the next 2 days here for you, for your questions. Be free and to contact us. Any questions or anything you're concerned about this eVisitor solutions, so I'm here for you, please.
Thank you, Siniša. Thank you. Great presentation. Also, I have 2 questions for you. What's the cost for implementation of one solution?
Well, I'll just say you in one example. We had a few implementations, and the implementation costs are approximately about 1,700 euros. That means that 100 euros is a flat fee for a system for a month, and the rest of the amount is one-time purchase for hardware and installation. So it's not really expensive software, and this is only for one entrance when you buy hardware. So if you want to have a card reader on many entrances, you have to buy as much hardware as there are entrances.
Thank you. And second, do you have some references?
Well, of course, the implementation that we had, I want to mention a name because due to our contract, but the implementation was in a very large organization that has over 8,000 employees and a few buildings. And now we are in process of implementation in one of the largest oil companies in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So yeah, we have quality references. This is not usual solutions. It's for big organizations, big buildings, big systems, and we are ready, steady, go for this.
Thank you, Siniša. Thank you. Thank to LANACO.